Welcome to the Jedi Ranger. I'm JohnBerry555, and today I'm reviewing the 5th episode of the 4th season of MASH. The episode is The Late Captain Pierce, so obviously I'm continuing my series of MASH retro reviews. And in this episode, Hawkeye is dead, but not really. The army only thinks he is dead, and shenanigans ensue. Well, ensure as well, I guess, when you think about it. But essentially, some paperwork mishap, and the army thinks Hawkeye is dead, and Hawkeye's father also thinks he's dead now, and calls Captain Honeycutt BJ because, yeah, why not? Who else is going to call Hawkeye? He thinks Hawkeye's dead. And basically the episode, it's not like other episodes that actually deal with the concept of death in a much more dramatic sense. I know there's 2 episodes that actually do that more in later seasons, but one is when there's that dead soldier and only Klinger could see him, and then there's that when Charles is almost shot during a sniper attack, but we got a couple of seasons to go before we get to those points. But in this episode, it's all basically played for laughs. The seriousness is the fact that Hawkeye is basically cut out of the army system. He can't get his pay, his father thinks he's dead. That's where the seriousness comes in. And it's just overall a fun episode. You have the person from who's sent to pick him up, whose nickname is Digger. How morbid. And all that. They hold a fake wake / funeral for Hawkeye, all that. But probably the biggest thing in this episode is there's 2 scenes. One is where Hawkeye's trying to get his pay, but he can't because he's legally dead according to the army. He also can't get his mail, but because he can't get his pay, he attacks Frank. In real life, yeah, that probably would get him court-martialed, but here's my thing. They can't court-martial him if they think he's dead. I'm just saying. Also, too, with that scene as well, Frank was kind of asking for it, kind of laughing at Hawkeye over the whole situation. So he kind of was asking for Hawkeye's little bit of an angle there. But there's also a more serious moment where basically Hawkeye thinks back to, that Trapper left and the war continued, that Henry was killed and the war continued, and that's kind of where the seriousness. And then Hawkeye decides, no, he's going to get off the bus with all the other corpses, and he's going to go back to work. Because, he is a doctor and the wounded need treating. And that's pretty much how the episode ends, except for a scene where he finally gets to talk to his father and telling him he's still alive. And basically says he needed a new set of golf clubs anyhow, and asks his father to send him his allowance again. Which I think is just a good, fun way of ending the episode. Again, while it does deal with a pretty heavy concept, they play mostly for laughs because MASH is getting more serious, but it's still generally a sitcom, if you will. It's still generally, a comedy first and drama is going to be secondary, but you can tell things are getting a little more serious in terms of the stories that they want to tell. Plus, they also bring back the same actor, Armand Quick, to play Captain Pratt. He also played a previous character known as Captain Sloan, and their personalities are like the same. Except for Pratt actually does do a little joking, not that you can tell. But again, it's just overall, I think, a fun, basic episode, nothing too interesting about it, just standard MASH stuff, if you will. But that's what I got to say. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching my video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like and share. Also, consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date on all my latest content. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the Force be with you, always.